Like you said, the front runner for MVP, but this is going to be a great test today. They've got some injuries we're going to talk about, but despite he puts that cape on all the time in the fourth quarter. If it's close, you never doubt this guy.
All right, for more before kickoff, down to you, Tracy.
Thanks a lot, Jim. Dan Campbell told us he expects his defense to win the game for him. That's because of the confidence he had last week when they were shorthanded and the fact that they are getting back 3 of their starting defensive linemen today, and that is huge going against Josh Allen and this offensive line. As for the Bills, they are going to be without 3 starters in their secondary. Sean McDermott telling us that they had to adjust the scheme. What that is, and if the Lions can take advantage, remains to be seen.
All right, Trace, that is just huge news. You lose 3 of your starters in the secondary, and you're going against this Lions offense. We'll see, as McDermott did tell us yesterday, defense, it was embarrassing last week. It's all about attitude now.
You're exactly right. This is an attitude game for the Lions. Some of the injuries, your job is not to out-scheme them, it's to out-tough them. We're going to find out very early in this game if that's going to happen.
Buffalo deferred, by the way, at the top. You talk to the folks around the Motor City, and they'll tell you as far as regular season games at Ford Field, given that it's this late in the season, given that this team right now is on an 11-game win streak, a franchise record, biggest regular season game they've ever had at Ford Field. Regular season.
I agree with you.
So touchback delivered by Bass, and let's bring out Jared Goff, who today seeks his 13th win for this team of the season. There have only been 2 quarterbacks in history have had 13-win seasons with 2 different franchises. That would be Tom Brady and Peyton Manning. Of course, he took the Rams to the Super Bowl early in his career. Here he goes with a little play action to start it. Going to shuffle out of the pocket and throw it away, as this time Milano was on the coverage and they had it covered downfield.
Nobody better than the Detroit Lions in the play action game. You're going to see them be very aggressive, I think, on early downs this week, Jim. They know Buffalo can score, and Ben Johnson, who I think is in his last year with Detroit, and I think you're going to find very quickly if Buffalo has a plan to slow the run game down and the in-breakers, and that's where they've been killing teams. The best play-action team in the National Football League, this Detroit Lions offense.
And they have their left tackle back. Decker is back at left tackle after being out some time with a knee. 2nd and 10 to the ground. And stuffed right away. The Bills come up with a couple of plays at the beginning. That was Ed Oliver as well as Milano on the halt of Montgomery. It's going to be a 3rd and 10. And let's talk about Bobby Babbich's defense trying to rebound from what happened in Los Angeles.
Yes, and Bobby and Sean McDermott here. I mean, this unit is so well connected. They're so well coached. They make very few errors. On all 3 levels of this defense, they're connected. Their post-snap rotations in disguise, it's as good as anybody in the National Football League. That will test Jared Goff, especially in these situations.
He moves Montgomery back to the backfield, out of the gun on 3rd and 10. Goff's pass sails wide of the mark. It was headed toward Jameson Williams, and the Buffalo defense, riddled last week, forces a 3-and-out here at Detroit.
Watch Cam Lewis. This is great instinctful play by him. The ball has to go out wide, otherwise it was intercepted, and he's playing because Hamlin is out. Tracy had just talked about 3 secondary players, and that's a challenge for any team, but this young player, he's got a bright future.
Jack Fox is 3rd in the league in gross average, number 1 in net. He averages almost 51 yards a punt. And this is a boomer right here. Codrington clutches it at the 10, skips through a tackle at the 20, and it's down at the 27-yard line.
God, you saw the safeties there, the secondary, and Cam Lewis, the veteran, Bishop, the young guy, but right there, the special teams will have a big play, and who wins this game, Jim?
It's a 61-yard punt, and here he comes, Josh Allen. His performance versus the Rams invoked the name of Otto Graham back into the sports landscape last week with his 3 touchdown passes, 3 rush touchdowns. It was heroic. They had 6 touchdowns in only 21 minutes time of possession, but it still wasn't enough because the defense couldn't stop Los Angeles.
Some weeks go that way. I thought the Rams had a great scheme, but I'm telling you, Josh Allen's playing as well as any quarterback in the National League, and he's playing the best of his career by far.
He's got Keon Coleman back in the lineup. He's in on this 1st down play, but it's a handoff to Cook, and Cook coming over by Amari Cooper, who was trying to throw a block on Arnold, picks up about 5. And more on Josh as you take a look at this offense that includes Dalton Kincaid coming back from a knee injury that had him out for several weeks.
Well, I really think this year his cadence and rhythm with which he's playing has gone up another level. He's aggressively taking what the defense is giving him, even if it's a check down. He's gotten the ball out faster this year than at any time in his career, and it's showing why he's been in such good rhythm that they liked.
Their third different running back coming in for their third play as Davis now is behind Allen and gets the handle. The rookie able to slip through one tackle and bring it close to the 30-yard line. Reggie Gilliam helped throw a block. He also seeing some action as you look at Aaron Glenn, the great defensive coordinator for Detroit. And his defense, they've got a lot of people back this week. They had a lot of that defensive front down last week in a Thursday night game against Green Bay.
Yeah, they have. They're a battle-hardened team, though, at this point. And what an excellent job to keep the train rolling. And you have all those guys down, and they still figure out how to do it. There are going to be more personal packages with a lot of new guys, so that way they only need to know their 4 or 5 plays.
On a 2nd and 5. Josh fakes the throw now to the end zone, and it was right in the hands of Shakir, and it bounces off his chest. Phil Dorr was on the coverage.
Shakir, who's had a breakout season, has a chance right here, but Phil Dorr gets a little handsy and times it up perfect, and that probably should have been called pass interference if I've seen that at all. That's pass interference.
And that definitely looked like interference, but no call. 3rd and 5 as Curtis Samuel enters the Bills lineup.
The key is to keep Josh Allen caged in the pocket. He's going to have to take a timeout. You don't want him to extend plays, use his legs, and create the big play like he almost did on the last down.
Timeout called by the Bills. Already they have won the AFC East title for the 5th consecutive year. And Sean McDermott, we talked to him yesterday, Tony. It was all about attitude, technique, fundamentals. We're going to start right there in this game, trying to rebound from the game against the Rams.
This is an ex-wrestler. He is super competitive, and I can tell you right now, this is going to be a coordinator matchup type of a game on both sides of the ball. This one's Brady and Glenn. Joe Brady schemes very week to week, does a great job, creates yards after catch his players, gets the ball out. Aaron Glenn plays man coverage, and they are violent. Take advantage of the man coverage.
3rd and 5. As Allen has time, now slides, looks, flings it. He's got him down at the 6-yard line. That's Johnson with the second big catch of the drive.
Come on. Oh my goodness, this is Josh Allen to a T. He's going to want to get up, get on the ball in case the ball wasn't caught. Smart, being prepared for situational awareness that we see every week. The teams that are most situational aware give them a chance to win.
That was a 24-yard pass play. Here's a handoff to Johnson. He's down to the 1-yard line, which has become Josh Allen rush territory.
Here's the last play. Let's make sure it was a catch. Thought he caught it, and he did.
So, just outside of the 1.
Why don't you go up and just push the big guy?
2nd and goal. That's what they're going to do. Pushing. Bills think he's across. Do the officials agree? It looks like they're going to spot him short.
No, it's a touchdown.
There it is. Just took a while. Touchdown, Buffalo. His 10th rushing touchdown of the season. He's just riding on the back of a Lions player.
Well, they've actually made this math where they find the little leverage, what side to go, and they use the push-tush there. And Josh being so big, that adds an extra element, I believe, just turn the legs. And this offensive line, both teams have 2 of the better offensive lines in the National Football League. And Josh, that 3rd down play, Jim, was next level.
Well, you know, they missed practice on Thursday because of a blizzard. So the players weren't able to get to the facility. And we were talking to Josh about it last night. He says, you know, the biggest thing we do on Thursday is we practice 3rd down. So now what did they do on the first big 3rd down of the game? Didn't have the practice for it this week. Completes a 24-yard pass inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah, because Detroit let him get out of the pocket. It's the #1 goal. You got to cage him in. Detroit cannot win this football game if Josh Allen is able to extend plays and get outside the pocket.
So Bass comes out for the extra point. And an impressive start by the visitors. A 3-and-out forced by their defense. And a 24-yard play, I can already tell, is one of your favorite plays of the season, Tony.
It just shows the way that Josh Allen's playing. I talked about his cadence, his rhythm. He's so calm, but playing aggressive at the same time. I want you to watch the right tackle right here. You have to keep him caged in. And this is what he does. You're going to watch the defender. He goes there. You got him caged. Oh, you went inside. Now it's ball game. And here comes Johnson on the back end. And he's the patience for Josh Allen just showing again.
First down for the Lions. Hand it off here. Again, very little to work with for David Montgomery. Just 1 yard. You got in this game one team that averages 32. The other team averages over 30. 1 and 2. The Lions on top. Top two by scoring margin as well.
And I think you got, so far through this season, the best team. The Detroit Lions going against possibly the player playing the best, and Josh Allen right now at this moment.
On a 2nd and 9, Goff completes it and has a first.
This is a corner on the outside. You don't really account for him. And this is Sean McDermott's special. Bobby Babich, and they are going to send more pressure than Goff has seen this year. They want to get him behind the chain so they can't use their under center plays, turn him into a drop back passer.
Không á. Đây là áo phông, bên kia là thang em nha. Cấp 1 chưa mà. Đây là áo phông là giờ đi đâu áo phông? Nói trên tiếng ơi. Áo phông ơi. Đi đâu rồi? Đi đâu hả? Áo phông ơi. Đây là áo phông đẹp trai nha. Ok, thanks. Ok.